Hi everyone, Scott and Amy Sharkey, and Amy's giving some haircuts, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Is this easy method will make your impatiens really full for the season, for the entire summer, and you only have to do this once. So what we're talking about is giving some haircuts, and not quite as bad as mine, but we do want to trim down, especially impatiens.
So when you're purchasing impatiens, if they're not really low and they're a little bit more developed, you'll see that like this side is real high compared to this because it was just packed, they're so tight together.
Yeah, they're competing right now.
So if you're seeing it's got tons of growth in there, but what we want it to do is we want it to each plant, pull one of these out, we want that to bush out into a really nice full lush bush. So
this works really well with impatiens.
This is gonna hurt. Yeah. I know it's gonna hurt.
So many of our customers have such a hard time with this. I promise you.
I'm just cutting right down, probably what?
Yeah.
An inch, 2 inches?
We do it like right above the tag. That's our visual reference, just so we kind of know. And that's the nice way of doing it. Should we show them the horrific way?
Well, yes, but this won't take long to regrow. This already has tons of sprouts coming out from it. You'll even have some blooms.
But it's forcing that growth laterally, so where they're getting a little lanky.
Once you're planting it.
Yeah, and really you only have to do this once. It's not something that you have to do all summer long. For the most part, it's just once, and unless, like we have this is a flower tower, and we planted these up and we trimmed them. We trimmed them back already. And if there's any that are really sticking out, well, yeah, sure, then you can cut. You can cut some that are a little unruly. Maybe here, and maybe just shape it a little bit. But generally speaking, you just have to do this once, and the impatiens will look great all season long.
So we do not sit with the scissors and cut the impatiens, because you do like to go through when we're growing them and give them a haircut early on so that they start developing all those different branches to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. So it just makes it much nicer, much more full. But let's show them how we do it.
Why don't you take this guy down?
Yeah.
All right.
So we come along with a hedge trimmer, and look out here, gardener with a big tool coming at you. All right. So we just take a hedge trimmer and just go right over the flats and just cut them right down. And that's all there is to it. It makes a mess, and you just run your fingers through. Sometimes this works. These are dry. Sometimes going through when they're wet, and then it sticks to your fingers, and you can just kind of clean up. But really, that's how we do it in the greenhouses. You can do this at home. I know it seems horrific, and like you think that you're gonna kill them, but you're not. They're gonna grow back so much more full.
Yeah.
And we do this also with our wave petunias that we have in flats. So we do that mainly for controlling the growth. Because they're just at a point in the greenhouses, they're growing so fast, and we're not selling them as fast as what they're growing. So we go through and we do the same exact thing with our wave petunias and just cut them right down.
So this works for helping your petunias not be so leggy. It makes them branch out further and be much fuller of a plant. And if you're really struggling with giving them a haircut when you purchase them, maybe go like every other one, and then you can see it.
Yeah.
I had a customer come in and she said, I just couldn't do it to all my plants. She came in this year, but she did this last year. She goes, I just couldn't do it to all my plants. She goes, it literally hurt. And she goes, but by golly, she goes, my plants that I cut back were so much healthier and bigger and fuller. She said, I should have done all of it.
Yeah, so it's funny that those customers, they'll finally commit to doing it, and then the next year they're like, oh yeah, I'm on board with this. So that's, it's just a trick that we do. It controls the growth, but it also helps push that growth out that laterally, and I promise you, your impatiens will look just fantastic.
So once they trim them and plant them, go ahead and fertilize right away with the Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer, and that will help,
It'll shorten that time frame. Yeah, so I mean, it's about a 2-week commitment. You're going to have sticks for a little bit, but if you're fertilizing maybe a couple times a week with the Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer, you're going to step up that growth, and it's going to shorten that time frame, and you will see that growth. So give it a shot. Try it at home. Let us know that you tried it. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, but they will look so much different in a couple weeks, and that'll last you usually for the season.
Right.
Yeah. So, if you're liking our videos, please be sure to give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of how-to videos. And then you can hop on over to our beatyourneighbor.com website. We have our tips and our tricks and our blog articles. And of course, we have our Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer. That's all over at beatyourneighbor.com. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.